What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopeivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man, Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Tretch in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, welcome back. Thank you all for supporting us. Man, we almost there. 1,000 shows. Wow, imagine that. I had to deal with these guys for 1,000 shows, almost 1,000 shows. Y'all pray for me. Listen, we have exciting things again today. Oh my gosh, I am so excited about the guests we have on today. But I'm going to say this before we get started. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. I'm telling you, when I talk about the name of this book that we're going to discuss today, I just feel good all over. And I know that the ladies that are coming on here today are going to excite you, and they are going to motivate you to go and get this book. It's called Sacred Seeds of Wisdom. Did you hear me? Let me say it again. Sacred Seeds of Wisdom. That's right. 13 beautiful women got together and put together a book that tells you the things all Black and brown women need to know. Man, I'm open for that. Hey, I'm open. You're never too old to learn, okay? But you know what? I'm going to bring them on because we have 5 beautiful ladies today, and I want to make sure that each and every one of them can tell you how they played a role in this book. Again, the name of the book, Sacred Seeds of Wisdom. Let's get started. And I want to bring on first and foremost the one who did a lot, put in a lot, poured it all together to bring this book to fruition. Let's bring on my beautiful Dr. Carolyn Stephens, who does so much. Oh man, she's a charm. She's a charm. Come on in, my sister. It's always good to see your beautiful face.
I am so excited about being here on Dope Living TV.
That's right. This is your home, girl. This is your home.
I feel at home. Where is Greg?
You know what? I told them, sit down and watch the show.
Oh.
Because they don't need to put no input. You guys got enough information to take up a whole hour and some. So they don't need any
Hey,
input.
Greg. I was looking forward to him picking on somebody, hoping that it would not be me. But hey, Greg, how are you? Glad to see you, my brother.
Yes. Yeah, you know what? I just told them, they needed some much needed rest. And, we do this show 4 days a week. And we've been doing it for almost 1,000 shows.
Oh, wow.
And so they deserve to sit back and just watch and just sit back in the comments. He'll be in here making some comments. You know how he is.
I already know it. I know it. Well, it's exciting about being here. I'm hyped up.
Oh, so am I. I really am, because one, I'm excited about the name of the book. The book has really got me on 10. And 2, it's a lot of distinguished authors, guild authors who participated in writing this book. So I know it's going to be great.
It is great.
We're going to bring on our very own ambassador. And she has frequented Dope Living plenty of times. And she's out there doing her thing. And I am so happy that just her portfolio is really huge now. Let's bring on our ambassador author, Fairren McLemore.
Hello.
Hey. Girl, you moving and shaking. You
know what? It's because of you and Dr. Carolyn and DopeivenTV. That I am able to be here. So shout out to you all. Thank you so much for just pouring into me, just giving the opportunity to be here. So thank you.
It is such a pleasure. Always a pleasure to have family on here. It is truly a pleasure. And I love the way she moves. I mean, she is everywhere, in every corner, in every space, on every TV, on every mobile phone. She is everywhere. I absolutely love it. Yes.
Thank you.
So let's go ahead and bring on another one of our Distinguished Authors Guild winners, author LaTanya Woodson. Hey, girl. Hey.
You hear my dog excited in the background.
Romeo.
This is so exciting for me. Thank you all for having me. Thank you. This is just
you got to be dynamic when you exciting the people and the animals.
Yes.
Romeo is a star.
Romeo is a star. Yes,
that is truly, truly awesome. It is so good to see you, and I'm so excited about your new books.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, this girl, she is flying high.
Yeah.
My gosh, you are awesome and doing such awesome things. And every time I see you, you just motivate me, and you just put so much inspiration in me because you don't let anything stop you.
No. And that's the thing, in every season, God has something for us. I'm walking in my fullness. And I am prayerfully and asking, God to just allow me to be an example for other women, especially as we age and especially as we, embrace, various things in our life. There's always an assignment that God has in store for us. All we have to do is just open up and receive it.
Yes, ma'am. And you're doing that. You are absolutely doing it. We're gonna bring on our next author, and she's new to Dope Living, but we tell everybody once you come to Dope Living, you family. So if you don't want to be family, don't even step up in here. But once you step up in here, you family. So we're gonna bring on the next author who is part of this anthology, and this is Author Jackson. How you doing? Make sure you take your phone off of mute.
Hello.
Hi there. How are you?
Great.
Hey.
So excited.
Awesome. It is so good to have you on here. I get to really get to know you today and dig deep into not just the book, but you as well, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get to know you as well. It's such a different outlook on a book when you actually know the authors, when you actually get to understand why did they write this book. That's how I think when I read a book or see a movie. What encouraged them or inspired a person to write a book a certain way or a movie a certain way. So I get to dig into your brain today, Author Jackson. Welcome aboard. And then we have, this lady right here. I met her yesterday for about 10 minutes, and she left such a wonderful impression on me. Let's bring on our next author, Author Winston. Girl, you better not make us cry today.
I'll try not to.
For they are tears of love. I want to say that. They are tears of love. We're so happy to have you. And I guess Mo just couldn't stay away. Mo couldn't stay away. Mo saw these 6 beautiful women on here. Mo said, I'm going on the show.
Hey, Mo.
Hey, Mo.
It is so good to have
Hello,
you on, Mo.
How
You know,
y'all
I can
doing?
ride solo, but it's always good to have my big brother on here.
Yeah. I heard the dog barking in the background. He talking about that. Is that Miss Jackson? Is that Miss Jackson? Let me say something.
Ladies, I want to say it is so awesome to have you all on here. We're going to talk about that book because this book is really the title alone will turn your head. The title alone, Sacred Seeds of Wisdom. And it has so much meaning in that for me. When I hear sacred seeds of wisdom, I think about somebody planting, like you plant a flower, or you plant a plant and it grows. And those seeds of wisdom, I feel like you're saying we're going to plant these seeds of wisdom in you, and it's going to grow and it's going to manifest. I want to start off with Dr. Stephens. And Dr. Stephens, before we even get deep into the book, I want you to introduce yourself and tell everybody about yourself.
Sure. Well, I want to say good evening to everybody who is watching on Facebook and YouTube, and those who may not be on with us live, but you're going to watch the replay. I am Dr. Carolyn Stephens, known as Dr. Carolyn to everybody. I live here in Atlanta, Georgia. However, I hail from Brooklyn, New York. So to all the Brooklyn people out there, how y'all doing? Okay. I serve as a clinical family therapist, which I absolutely love. In addition to being a family therapist, I'm also a licensed family support person or specialist, which I absolutely love because I love working in the community. Additional to that, I am an author. I am a publishing consultant. I am the CEO of the BHC Media Network, which is a television on demand platform. I'm a public speaker, a radio personality, and a mom of 3 grown children. I always make sure that when I talk about my children, I emphasize that they are grown because that means that I'm in another phase of motherhood. So I'm also, in addition to that, I am a mother. So that's Dr. Carolyn Stephens in a nutshell.
Wow. So we might as well say she a jack of all trades, okay?
As us all. Hey, we women. We are women, as us all.
Absolutely. Tell us about yourself, Author McLemore.
So again, thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here. I have to shout out Dr. Carolyn Stephens. Like you said, she is such a gem, and just putting this whole project together has been phenomenal. But I am Fairren McLemore, author Fairren McLemore. I am a 2025 Distinguished Authors Guild Ambassador. I am a community advocate. I am a motivational speaker. Through my books and my brand, I champion for people with disabilities. So I love to inspire, to uplift, promote self-love, and encourage others to embrace their differences and love the person that they see in the mirror. So I am back to the disability part of it. I'm raising a daughter with incontinence of pigmenty, which started this whole journey, which has allowed me to be here where I'm at. She's been my whole inspiration this whole entire time. So I'm excited to be here. And I'm excited to share this new book with all of you. So again, thank you for having me.
Awesome. And again, as I said, jack of all trades. Awesome. Let's go on over to Author Jackson. Let introduce yourself, because she's the newbie to Dope Living. So tell us about yourself.
Well, my name is Sophonna Jackson, but you have me as Nichelle. That's my author name for now. I am a mother of 3 adults as well. They are not children anymore. They are adults. So we are moving into another season. I am Pastor Stephens' armor bearer. Have been for, I don't even know how long, over 20 years, I think. I'm an author. I'm a former hairstylist, makeup artist, massage therapist, and now just an author.
Okay, now take that just off of there. Author. She's an author. Okay, that has a lot of meaning, that title right there. And I think I brought that up with the other ladies yesterday when I talked about there's a difference in being a writer and being an author. You can sit around and you can write for years. You can write for 10, 20, 30 years. If your material is not published, you're not an author. So it takes a lot. It takes a lot of with financing, with motivation, with getting over obstacles to become that author, because it's really not an easy journey.
That's right.
So congratulations on you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, let's go ahead. Author Woodson.
Hey everyone again. It is such a blessing to be here amongst, the anointed women, powerful authors. And I want to thank Dr. Carolyn for asking me to be a part of this, allowing me to be a part of this. And Author Gina, I have learned so much because this is like my second time around. Last year, I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? So I just want to thank the two of you ladies for taking me under your wing and just helping me through this, because as you were indicating, it's a lot for this journey to being an author. And Dr. Carolyn, she has prayed with me, has pushed me, motivated me to help me get to where I am today.
Yes.
So I work a lot in the community, specifically designing programs to help people, to educate people and help them understand the importance of taking care of their mental, of their physical, and also their spiritual, mind, body, and spirit. And these programs, we go into churches, we go into schools, we go into organizations, and I work for a mental health organization. And I've been working in the health field for about 25 years, but specifically as a community advocate for about 16, 17 years. So it has been very rewarding. I'm a wife, and I'm also a mother of adult children, and I'm a Mimi. I'm a Mimi to 5 gorgeous grandchildren. And they were the motivation for me to write my children's series, What's Up, Romeo? And I guess that's why you heard him barking in the background, because he said, hey, I'm a celebrity too. I need to be on this as well. So I just want to thank you all for, this moment. And I'm excited and looking forward to Sacred Seeds of Wisdom and what we're going to be where we're going and what we're going to be doing to educate women and letting them know what they need to know as a Black woman.
Yes, yes, yes. And you are doing that thing. Tell Romeo, we have not forgotten about him. And last but definitely not least, I want to hear from Arthur Winston.
Thank you so much, Author Gadsden. I first want to give honor to God for being here tonight. I also want to give honor to my friend and she's my therapist undercover, Dr. Stephens, because we met through another person and clicked, became fast friends. And she has been my sounding board through the many hats that I spoke about last night that I wear. Let me break down who I am. I'm Tony Celine Winston from Sylacauga, Alabama, 50 miles south of Birmingham. Been in Atlanta for 20 years, divorced. I am a daughter. I am a big sister. I'm an auntie, a cousin, and a niece. But I'm also a Black woman who has struggled. But let me tell you, the struggle has not stopped me from being the person that I strive to be and who I am today. I'm also a caregiver to 2 aged parents who decided that they were going to age in at their home in Alabama. I live in Georgia. And those of you who have taken care of your parents, you do your very best to respect them. And when Dr. Carolyn came to me and asked me to participate in this wonderful venture, the first thing I thought of when she said it was called Sacred Seeds of Wisdom, I thought that it would be a great idea for me to share, because I try to encourage people no matter what's going on in our lives. I try to encourage people. And I thought it would be a great opening for me because I've always wanted to write. This is not my first venture in a collaboration, but this is something that really I dug deep in my heart for, because there are a lot of people who are hurting and we see them every day. They put on their makeup, they put on their mask, and they try to cope with the struggles of life. And I feel that every contributor to this book, whether male or female, is going to get something that's going to help that person put the next step, right foot, left foot, right foot in front of the other and say, I can continue on and not give up. It is a privilege to be here. Thank you.
Yes, it's a privilege to have you all. This question has been on the tip of my mind since I saw the title of this book. Who thought of this title?
Yeah. That would be me.
You said that would be me. Tell me, Dr. Stephens, how did you come up with this name?
Well, first of all, I want to say that the Sacred Seeds of Wisdom is the beginning of a series of books. And so one of the things that we did for this particular volume is that we paid homage to an ancestor, which was Dr. Mary Bethune. And so I particularly love her piece which was her last writing that she wrote, and it's called Her Last Will and Testament. And so in her writing, her last will and testament, she talked to us about all the things that she wanted to leave to her people. I leave you love, I leave you this. These were the things that she left to us. And so I was so intrigued by that, and just doing some introspection, thinking about my own life at the juncture of my life where I'm at now, thinking about all the beautiful sisters that I know. And I just said, you know what? In addition to paying homage to Dr. Bethune, I wanted to create a collaboration, a compilation of writings where we all left a seed of wisdom to plant into the lives of other women that we know, some that we don't know, and to especially our younger sisters out there. And so that is how I came up with the name. Again, Dr. Bethune, in us paying homage to her was the inspirational piece. And so I have to say this, and I'll probably say this 1,000 times while I'm here. These authors, I mean, they caught on to this vision so quickly. We were able to expedite this. This is the quickest project I have ever done. I'm like Harriet Tubman on this project. I started out with 13, 14, including myself, and I have not lost a passenger. Everybody that started out on this project is still here with us. I just asked each woman a simple question. I said, listen, if you were in a room with other Black and brown women and you had one thing, one piece of wisdom that you had to leave with these women, what would that piece of wisdom be? And going back to author Toni Winston, when I asked her the question, she said, when you want me to turn it in? Tomorrow? Because her piece, and we can say it because you'll read the book, she says, I leave you encouraged. And so each of these authors have a piece of wisdom that is so profound. They dug so deep in their soul to give you all this book. And every person that reads this book, I promise you, in my head, I call this book, I deem it as the Black woman's Bible, because every chapter in this book, you're going to be encouraged, you're going to be inspired, you're going to have the will to live on. You're going to look at your own personal situation and say, I saw that author LaTanya was able to make it. I saw that author Shayna was able to make it. I can make it too. And so this was an easy project for us because when we all came together, we were all on the same energy, of the same mind. We all wanted to contribute and pour back into the lives of other Black and brown women. So to answer your question, Gina, that's where I came up with the title of the book, Sacred Seed.
I absolutely love it. This is definitely a head turner, an attention getter, definitely. I want to turn to Author Jackson because I want to get to know you a little bit better. Is this your first book or have you done other anthologies before?
This is my third book, actually.
Okay, your third book. Are the other two anthologies, or what type of books are the other two?
My first book was I Am a Black Woman with Pastor Stephens. And
I know that book. I'm very familiar with that book.
Yes, I am. I'm on that book as well. And my second book was with Fairren, actually, A Voice of a Mother's Pain.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh, you're spreading yourself all over the place.
Well,
when you put that knowledge in there, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
Awesome.
My daughter was born with a rare disorder. It's called Goldenhar syndrome. And so when Fairren asked me to be on that project with her, I was kind of excited and a little hesitant at the same time because I didn't want to talk about it again. But writing really helped me heal in some places that I thought I was healed already and realized that I wasn't.
Wow.
Even though she's almost 30 now.
That's interesting for you to say, Author Jackson, that you thought you were healed and you found you weren't.
Right.
So did this encourage you to talk more about what you went through?
Yes. I'll text Fairren, oh my God, I don't know how many times that I told her, I said, I'm just going to stop. I just can't, I don't think I can do it anymore. And she kept encouraging me saying, no, just keep going. Just take a breath, woosah, and put it on the paper. So that's exactly what I did.
And you know what? It's good that you did because this book and the other two that you have, somebody needs to hear it. Yeah. Someone needs that support. Someone needs to know that they are not alone.
Yes.
And so you pushing to continue to talk about it and speak about your pain is going to help others out there that are going through similar things. So good job for you. Good job for you.
Yes. You never know what somebody else is going through. And we always think about our pain and what we're going through and not realizing somebody else can be going through something 10 times worse or going through the same thing that you're going through. And they read what you wrote and it helps them.
Yes.
So it healed me, helped me heal in places that I thought I had healed already, but wasn't.
That is something to hear. That is so much to hear right there. Author Woodson, you do so much. You got a lot going on, and you manage to take time for yourself too.
Yes.
Tell me how to do that.
Yeah, right. I want to know how to do that. I ain't no author. I want to know how to do that.
Right. Tell me
I
how to
am
do
a
that.
cheerleader for self-care. It's essential.
Okay.
Self-care is essential.
Uh-oh. Man, she got to come back because I
Yeah.
need to know this. I really do.
I'm
I
not
know
outnumbered. I'm not
she
outnumbered tonight, D. I'm not outnumbered tonight. Not even close, baby boy. I'm
he
loving
in the
this.
number. He in the number, right?
Right.
Well, when Arthur Woodson comes back, I want her to talk about this because it's so hard, and I know I'm not the only one. It is so hard to find time for yourself when you're doing so much, and you take it. We're a lot of us are on here are caregivers. We care for others, and sometimes we neglect ourselves. And it's always good to hear people reel you back in to say, hey, self-care is important, self-health is important. And so I always like to hear people who are really got a hold on it to talk about it, because I know I'm one that have to be reeled in sometimes. Dr. Stephens sometimes tell me, go get some rest, go to sleep. What are you doing up at 3 a.m. all the time? And so I know how important it is. But let's move on to Author McLemore, because you got so many things on the fire, girl, but it never slows you down. Tell me how important this was to be a part of this anthology here.
You know what? Being a part of this collaboration has been so humbling and empowering experience. I'm huge for community, right? And just being in this author world, you get to meet so many beautiful people. And what I love most is just being connected to the right people. And through this whole entire journey, I have literally been connected to the right people. And it has literally allowed me just to grow. Dr. Stephens, she gonna pull you out of your comfort zone, whether you want to be or not. Which I love that about her, because she forces you to stretch, right? And that's what I love about it. So being a part of this collaboration, The Voice of a Mother's Pain, that was my first compiling book, which again, just like Dr. Stephens said, it was so easy because you are connecting with these people who share similar experiences. I didn't know Author Jackson. Dr. Stephens introduced me to her. But when I called and we talked on the phone, it was such an amazing conversation, just sharing, back and forth what we went through. And so we were able to connect on that level. So I'm grateful that she did push through The Voice of a Mother's Pain, because like you said, people need to hear that. So these voices that join, like you said, is planted seed of truth, healing, and transformation. So for me, it's turned into something that could uplift somebody else's journey. So I'm so excited about this, and I love that the wisdom will be passed on like a torch to those after us. And I feel like this book is just gonna go. I'm excited to see how it's going to be received. And I know that it's all these powerful messages. I mean, going back just to read even just what I wrote in the book chokes me up. I'm like, I wrote that. But it's inspiring because, I have a disabled daughter or special needs daughter who I have to make sure that she knows her worth. So just like Dr. Carolyn said, I left the insight to know your worth, because there are times that, we don't feel worthy, where sometimes the doubt whispers louder than the truth. But it's important for me to make sure that I write to remind myself and other Black women that we are enough, that we are powerful, and we are worthy.
Yes, man.
Right.
Isn't that amazing to go back and read your own words and say, I wrote that, I did that? That means you were being moved by God.
Yeah.
Right.
That
May I say something here, Gina? One of the things so we have our own messenger group. Part of what I created with this project, the same thing I did with DAG nominated. Let me brag. The 2023 DAG nominated I Am a Black Woman. DAG winner. I'm a winner. Okay.
Yes.
But we created a sacred space. And I felt that it was important. It is important, especially for women of color, that we have our own sacred space, places where we can come, where we are safe, we feel safe to be our authentic selves. And so in that sacred space, that virtual sacred space, and we're going to make sure we invite you to our next sister sacred space, Gina, because we've had two.
There.
And so we're going to have another one. But in the sacred space, what I did was I shared an excerpt of everybody's book with the whole team. And then when we did the sister sacred space, I read some of the excerpts from each of the authors, and they were in tears because they got a chance to hear themselves. And so I think it was either Fairren or Shayna. They said, Dr. Carolyn, we don't know if it's the way you're reading it, but just to hear. So I felt that it was important for them to hear themselves, as it is with and I see some of my co-author sisters on here, Bobby and some other people, but it's important. I felt that it was important for us to hear ourselves, to see what you have written, what you put on paper, and in doing so, that gave us an even closer bond, because we all got a chance to see, wow, you are just like me, and I'm just like you, and we're thinking the same, and we're just moving in different ways in life, but we are truly all connected here. So we got a chance to do that, and it was a very powerful moment for each of us to hear what a part of what each other wrote.
Wow, great way to collaborate and intertwine each other. Every one of you have a different set of skills and a different experience to bring to the book, and to bring it all in one room and hear it from each other and hear it from yourself. It had to be powerful, very powerful.
That is powerful. Fairren's mother came to our sister sacred space. Her mama was there. And her mama was so touched.
Mama always there.
Yeah, she came. She was so touched. It was so emotional for her. And she hung out with us virtually. And it was powerful to see the generations coming together like that. And we have a few people here with us tonight that came into our virtual sacred space that we had on one Saturday. And so, that's one of the things that this book has done. It has connected us as Black women so that we can dispel the misnomer that we don't get along. That is absolutely false. We don't feed into it.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that's all you hear.
That's
why I said, look, this is 13 brown women who came together and put this together in 3 months. When you told me 3 months, I could not believe it. 3 months, because they have this stigmatism about us, and they feel like you always hear that Black women can't work together, they can't do things together, and this proves differently. But I want to go back to Author Woodson, because we have to hear. We need some of them nuggets today. You about to drop some nuggets, so you got to drop those nuggets on that question I asked you. How do you do all of these things and make time for yourself?
As I indicated before I had my technical difficulty, I do try to take some time out for self-care, and I believe that it's essential for your mind, body, and spirit. I do spin classes, chair exercises, trampolining, I walk. When I have a moment, I can go to YMCA and do some water aerobics. But I feel this just energizes me, because the thing that we got to understand is we have to take care of ourselves before we can better care for someone else. If we're not together, if we're at an unhealthy space, How can we take care of others in a healthy manner? And it really confirmed and rang true. I finally had the opportunity to sit down, because I'm always busy, where either if I'm doing something for myself or doing something in the community or for my family. So for Father's Day, I finally got a chance to sit down later that evening, and I had a chance to watch Tyler Perry's Straw. And
man,
Straw is truly what Dr. Carolyn Stephens put together in this book of how, as a Black woman, we try to have the S on the back of our chest, or the back on our backs and in the front of our chest, saying that we can do whatever. We will try to conquer the world and try to save everybody when we're sinking. And it's very important to know, yes, we are resilient, we are strong, but we have always been known to be stoic and not show how we can be vulnerable and to express that we need help. We try to do it ourselves, everything ourselves, and we have to get out of that. We have to learn how to empower one another as women. And in that story, that's what I saw. I saw that person in a lot of women in the community, and who can identify with that, where when you take on so much that you just snap.
Absolutely.
And this is what I see when I read and I hear the other women in this powerful project. And I know that when it gets out there, there's something else that's going to be behind this. This isn't the end. This is just the beginning for this project. I see a podcast. I see some other things that's going to be birthed through Sacred Seeds of Wisdom, because so many women need it.
And you know what? I agree with you on that. That was the very thought that I had when I spoke to the previous authors from the book, and that's the same feeling I'm getting today. And Bobby said, Mo, she loves how you're all chill with us tonight.
I'm telling Gina, may I say that? Because Bobby is one of the co-authors on this book too, and she'll be on with you guys tomorrow night. I want to say to my brother, I am. This is so powerful that you are here in our space. I want to say this live and in living color, that I know that we see women coming up front, women sharing their voices, women are always doing something, but let me go on record to say that we need men. We do need them. We need your energy. We need your energy, and having the masculine and feminine energy working together is a very powerful thing. So Mo, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, and Gina, you have to remember to remind me. Mo, I'm gonna send you a copy of this book, because this book isn't just for women. It was written by women, but not just for women. And I want you to read this book. I want you to share what you have read in this book with your brothers. And a reason why I want to send you a copy of this book, because I think it's important that men understand, have a deep understanding. That's what them sisters be going through. That's where that sister's head is at. And you're going to get a chance to see that some of the experiences of where we have been as women, because I know Black men have had their own experiences, but you're going to have an opportunity to see where we coming from, so you can see sometimes we acting up. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes we do act up. Forgive us, all right? But you're going to get an opportunity to really see why we act up sometimes. But you also have more of an opportunity to see the strength of Black women. I know you already know that, but I want you to read it in print. So I'm going to remember, I'm going to send you a complimentary signed copy from me. Just showing them.
Awesome. Then my honey said God works in mysterious ways. You ladies are a blessing.
Robert
Go
just
ahead,
trying to get a
Mo.
copy too.
That's my brother right there. Hey,
That's
brother
fine.
Robert. He's so cool and chill every time I see him.
He know I
Awesome.
definitely. Dr. Carolyn, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate all you just said and everything else. Trust me, I know. I got a sister. My wife is I call her my superwoman. She's with me 110%. And I know y'all just like us, y'all gotta have that backing too. And I know this book has probably got some of those things in it. Where you got a good guy and you got a good girl, and y'all take care of each other. So
Yes,
that's
I
right.
appreciate it 110%.
I'm gonna pivot over here to Arthur Winston because I'm curious to know what part of this process, Arthur Winston, really impacted you. I know you're going through a lot right now. You talked about it yesterday, and I really prayed for you because I know how difficult it is. And even though you're going through difficulties, you still are here. You still are
Oh,
here
yeah.
talking to the audience, sharing your story with us. But what part of this process of being a part of this anthology, Sacred Seeds of Wisdom, was the most impactful for you?
First and foremost, Arthur Gadsden, Dr. Carolyn asked me to be a part of it. I was impressed by her invitation. You spend time around your friends and family, and you really don't know how that person or people feel about you until they invite you to something as grand as this. And she knew, and she knows, because we've been talking over the years about my parents getting older. And my dad, bless his heart, so stubborn because he's a real man. And you ladies know what I'm talking about. My dad
What you trying to say,
always
sister?
said to me when I was, my dad always said to me, he's a Southern gentleman, but he has these sayings that are so funny. And I would bring young men to the house, and my dad would tell me later after they left, or I come back, and he'd say, "Baby, that's just a pair of pants. That's not a real man."
A pair of pants.
Fair.
And what really touched my heart was that even though she knew, Dr. Carolyn knew that I was under pressure, she still invited me. I was impressed by that because the first thing I thought was, she said, "Tony Winston, what do you have to say to help somebody who is in a similar situation?" Because we don't know personally everybody's issues and challenges. And it's not a bad thing. It's just none of our business. We just need to love them and provide support to them. And that's what touched my heart. And I just got still because at this season in my life, I'm still hyper like I was when I was 22, jumping around and doing 15 things at the same time. But I have to go to bed a little bit earlier now so I can get the rest that I need to continue to jump around. But the one thing that really touched my heart was I dug deep and realized I did have some wisdom that I could share. It may not be like someone else's situation, but still it applied. I sit around a lot of books. I know you guys see these books in my bookshelf, and you're probably saying she's got that stuff up there to show, but it's really not. I don't wear these glasses for nothing. I used to read by flashlight when I was 9 years old, supposed to be in the bed. And so I keep myself up on what's going on in life, but I'm also a history buff. I love history. I love museums. I'm a nerd. And things impress me because I love to know the origin of things. So when I sat down to write, all the Bible verses that Big Mama taught me came up. The 23rd Psalm came up, just clear as a bell. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I'm getting the chills. I promised I wasn't going to cry tonight because I have become a waterhead as I've gotten into this season. But I do believe that my tears are not in vain. I think my tears just helps wash away some of the things and hurts that I've gone through. But I'm still here, people. The one thing that I know for sure, a lot of stuff has been said and done against me. Some intentional, some unintentional. But I've gotten to the point now because I'm in this season where I can laugh. And a lot of stuff that when I was 20 years younger, I was ready to fight because I'm Libra. We don't forget nothing. We're like an elephant. We'll look at you, we'll still speak and ask you how you doing, but we ain't got nothing for you when you hurt us. You understand what I'm talking about?
Say opportunity and bubble gum. I mean, what is it? Bubble gum and what?
But the one thing that I have found in this season that you have got to let people, excuse me, let me back that up because 3 of y'all did say you have grown children. We have to let grown people be grown people.
Say that again. Say that again.
Grown people be grown people.
That's
and
right.
What that is that people have an idea as to how they want to move forward, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent. But I feel that our book is going to rein some people in. It may be voluntarily and it may be involuntarily. But I believe that when a person sits themselves down somewhere and God takes a hold of them and puts the correction in them, whether you ask for it or not, it's coming. Trust me, I'm in that season. Things that you thought were correct, you find that they're not. And you go back and you ask people for forgiveness if you hurt them. I feel that our book is going to be a shining bright light to not only Black and brown, but every culture, because we have so many things in common. I travel the world all the time. That's part of how I release and have my fun. I travel the world. People may be different skin color, but our cultures are so similar.
That is so important.
Need to understand that we are here to make a mark, whether you make a big mark or a small mark, but just giving someone a little bit of encouragement where you see someone is faltering. It does not cost you one thing to tell somebody, hello, how you doing, and mean it.
Hey now,
Right.
absolutely. Those words are so strong, and they have so much meaning in them. They are, and that right there tells me that this is a dynamic book. Just hearing you ladies talk about it, I want to go back to Author Jackson. Author Jackson, in 5 words or less, tell me how you would describe this book.
I would describe this book as a part of my legacy.
Okay. Oh, you know what? She is so right. This is all of you guys' legacy right here.
Yes.
And you know what? You can keep it alive. You can keep this legacy alive. I love that. I love that. What about you, Author McLemore? 5 words or less. How would you describe this book?
I would say empowering stories, healing, and shared truth.
Yes. Those are some strong words right there. That empowering right there, man. Mo.
I haven't read the book yet, but I can tell you what I think the book is. It says clearly is you got to be a blessing to give blessing.
Yes.
And that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that all through here, all up in here.
I ain't
I'm
no author,
feeling it.
nothing like that. I'm just here, you know.
I'm feeling that. What about you, Author Woodson? 5 words or less. How would you describe this book?
I would say transformative. You feel the anointing as you read it, and that is going to transform you as you read it. As the author indicated previously, once you sit down somewhere and when God tells you to sit and you listen, you can't help but when you read it to transform and to grow. It's powerful. It's that's what I would say. Transformative, powerful, anointed, and releasing. It's going to release something to where you can begin to walk in your truth.
Okay, man. What you guys are saying is describing this book. There is no way you would want to put it down once you pick it up. What about you, Author Winston? Give me 5 words or less how you would describe this book.
The first thing that comes to mind, rebirth.
Yes.
Second chance.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Revival.
Yeah.
Man, deep. Real deep.
Fulfill what God has put in your heart. And don't let nobody stop you.
Ooh.
I know that's more than 5 words. I'm sorry. I'm
Right
wordy.
there.
I can't.
Right there.
A mouthful is a mouthful. It is
Man,
what it
if
is.
you don't pick up this book, Sacred Seeds of Wisdom, you are going to miss something. You are going to miss out if you don't pick it up. What did I say? It's called Sacred Seeds of Wisdom. It's called Sacred Seeds of Wisdom for a reason. God put that in author Dr. Stephens' heart because that's exactly what it is. Dr. Stephens, tell us where we can get this book. This dynamic book.
I put my link in the chat. I'll put it on my Facebook page. So if you go to my Facebook page, I have a link. I'll put another link up where you can purchase the book. And it'll be up on Amazon in a day or two. So, but we would prefer that you buy it personally from us, okay? We want to circulate our dollars among ourselves. So I will put the link up again on my Facebook page. It's Carolyn Stephens, and you'll be able to go there and you'll be able to read it. I have to say again, thank you, Greg. You're not here tonight. I was looking for the pick on, but I didn't get. Thank you, Lord. I saw grace on mercy on me. But I'll be back. I know it's coming. Yeah, I know it's coming. So, but thank you, Mo, for showing up and being here with us, sisters. Thank you so much, Gina, for allowing us. I am actually sitting here trying my best to fight tears. I'm gonna let Tony cry for me.
Well, Author Diamond says those tears are for those who can't cry anymore. It's okay to shed those tears first, for those who don't have the strength anymore. And I'm telling you, that is so true.
Powerful.
That's my good sister friend, Black Diamond. We'll plug. We're gonna be on with her on Friday. Myself and some of the ambassadors. We're going to be on with Black Diamond. Y'all got to catch it. But yeah, I'm holding back from tears because I love unity. I believe in unity. No matter what I go through in life, I believe that, especially as Black folks, that we are better together. I believe that we need to go back to the wisdom that our old grandmothers told us and our mamas told us, the stuff that we forgot. We need to dig deep and we need to go back to it. We need to sing some of them old songs. We need to get some of them sayings. We need to go back and look in them cookbooks and pull out and cook them greens like our grandmothers used to do, because we're in a time now where we're going to need each other. And I want to leave that with everybody listening on tonight. You think you might be good doing it yourself, but you can't do it yourself. We have got to have each other and we need each other. So I hope that's what my
Right.
seed of wisdom that I want to leave with everybody.
There
on
you
tonight.
go. Oh my gosh, you guys have dropped so much, and this does not even touch what's in the ream of that book. This is just a taste. That's all it is. This is just a taste. So imagine when you open that book and go from page 1 to the end, how you gonna feel when you're done? How much strength you're gonna have when you get to the end of that book? How much knowledge you're gonna have? Because guess what? It's 13 women who poured their knowledge into this book to help those who are seeking help. Pick the book up, Sacred Seeds of Wisdom. Sacred Seeds of Wisdom. The title alone speaks for itself. And I want to thank all of you ladies for taking time out. You know, I talk about being an author. Being an author is not an easy task. All we see when we pick up the book is the finished product. It looks good. It looks like you just sat down, wrote a book, and put it out. That's what it looks like. And even if it is put out in 3 months, that's 3 hard months. That's 3
You
months
better say
of trying to figure out what's the next
You
word.
better say it.
That's 3 months of saying, where do we go next? How do we pull this together? I'm telling you, ladies, you guys are so awesome. You guys have really touched my heart. I feel so much sisterhood here. And now I got 2 new sisters. I got Arthur Winston and I have Arthur Jackson that I can call my sisters. And I'm telling you, you guys are so full of knowledge. So full of knowledge. And anytime you want to come back on this show, it's open to you. I know we're going to meet at the Distinguished Guild on November 7th, Theater 47. You guys, tickets are coming out in a couple of weeks. Get ready to get your tickets because this is something that you're going to put in your history book and never forget the night that you came out to the Distinguished Authors Guild. You will never forget that night. So be prepared November 7th to come out, meet these ladies in person, meet the nominees of the Distinguished Authors Guild, and have yourself a funky good time.
All right.
I want to thank you all for taking time out and sharing this with us because I got to get my copy. I don't want a free copy. I'm going to buy a copy. I don't want a free copy. I'm getting me a copy because I'm going to sit down and I'm going to read this book. I'm going to have some tissue with me so that I can wipe the tears away because I know it's going to cut deep. Just listening to you ladies, I know it's going to cut deep. So I got to get my copy. You, everybody else out there, you join me. Get your copy of Sacred Seeds of Wisdom, and let's have a reading party. Wouldn't that be great, you guys, if we have a reading party?
Yes, that would be great.
That would be awesome.
Yes,
that would be awesome.
Well, we'll be back on tomorrow with the remaining authors. We have talked to almost all of you guys. And each day that I've spoken with you guys, I have got nothing but inspiration. And I know Mo is over there doing the same thing. That's not why he's in chill mode. You guys put him in chill mode.
Hey,
so tomorrow we're going to have another discussion. We're going to close it out with the last authors of Sacred Seeds of Wisdom. And we're going to get some more information on the journey and what you guys went through. You know, there's some people out there that want and are curious on how to do an anthology. Mm-hmm. It's not easy. I'm going to tell you right now, I wouldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It's not an easy task. But you ladies make it look easy, and you ladies tell us it's easy. So if you're looking to do an anthology, here you go. You got your people right here to help you. You have the authors right here who can help you through this process. So if that's what you're looking to do, reach out to them. You know, here are the resources right here. And I'm so glad that you guys chose to come on Dope Living to share your journey with us. This is a very special time for us, and we truly appreciate that you chose this platform to share your book. Thank you all so much. I love you guys so much. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Gina.
Same time, same bat station. Thank you, girls. Thank you, Mo.
Thank you.